Hey guys, welcome to episode 8 of the Chelsea series here on FIFA 20. We start with 4th place Newcastle away from home. Let's have a game in hand on us as well, being up in 4th. And then we also face Spurs today in the FA Cup, a side that we have a game in hand on ourselves in the league. We also have Arsenal too, and of course the second leg of the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup against Bournemouth too. I'm going to simulate this first game against Newcastle away, I think. It's probably the only one of the three that I can really justifiably get away with simming and stand a chance of coming away with a positive result. Or at least a positive result that doesn't leave me going out of the cup competition. Don't want to sim Tottenham because this Chelsea-Tottenham, you've got to play that. We win as well, thankfully. Matt Ritchie got sent off 2 goals in the opening 2 minutes. Joelinton scores after 60 seconds or inside 60 seconds. And Pulisic responds within the next 60. Jorginho getting the second goal to give us the victory. That's gone as well as we could possibly have hoped. So that's fair enough. A transfer offer for Michael Hector, something I am open to. And to be fair, I'm quite happy to just accept that. It's over his current valuation. I'm not going to haggle over the extra $500,000 that I could possibly get. So Arsenal at home will be the first game. We are up into 4th with that win, although again, Newcastle still have a game in hand there, as you can see, and there's a number of us locked on 39 points. We're only 6 points off the top of the table, which we certainly didn't think we'd be anywhere near at the beginning of the season, and even a couple of episodes ago, you would have said we'd have been anywhere near the top of the table, but Aston Villa were flying. Still, technically, if you just looked at that table, you'd say Aston Villa are flying. But they won 9 of their opening 11, and then have only won 4 of their next 12. So they're actually really in different form right now. Newcastle could go above us. Wolves too still have a game in hand, and then there's a bit of a gap down to Watford. So I think a top 7 finish is looking likely at present. But whether we actually get into the Europa League or not remains to be seen. City is still recovering from their start to the season, but Arsenal are up to 11th now. They too are doing some recovering of their own. No idea what's going to happen in the final stages of the season with regards to the way the league table is going to look. We've had an offer here again for Michael Hector, this time from Marseille. That one's not quite as much, but whatever. Marseille are more likely to afford his wages than Gremio as well, to be fair. Right, Arsenal at home to get us going. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Tammy Abraham is going absolutely nowhere other than onto the pitch at Stamford Bridge to face Arsenal. Right, Arsenal's starting 11. Bernd Leno in between the sticks. Bayern, Luiz, Socrates and Tierney at the back again. In midfield, Xhaka and Lucas Torreira. The 3, Nicola Pepe, Dani Ceballos, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on the left, and Lacazette up top. Can't remember what the score was last time we played Arsenal, actually. Oh no, I lost 3-0, didn't I? Because I drew with Tottenham 3-3, and then lost 3-0 against Arsenal in the same episode. Well, hopefully the game against Tottenham goes better in the FA Cup, and hopefully this game against Arsenal in the league also goes much better than it did before. I'm not sure I could cope with losing heavily to Arsenal twice in one season. Keep that in, please, Willian. Lift it into the box, please, Willian. Oh, never mind. I thought Lennon was going to punch that straight to me. That's the 1-2. Tammy could go again. Is there room for Pulisic on the left of their defence, perhaps? Apparently not. Tammy's made a good move into space again. We'll look for Ruben Loftus-Cheek through the gap, but David Luiz cuts it up nicely. That's not the best of passes, and Tomori will cut that out. And well there, the youngster. We'll give it to Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the middle. Cheeky little step over. Someone make a forward run. Jorginho did. I just kicked it straight at the defender because I'm a moron. Dani Ceballos and Lacazette linking up well. Reece James getting back into position now. And that ball over to Lacazette was good. The defenders ended up on the floor. Nicola Pepe on his left. Scored a banger against us last time, and he hasn't done on this occasion. Kepa with a good, strong, double-handed punch clear. Arsenal's best chance of the game so far comes and goes. And the scoreline stays at 0-0. I'll drive inside with Reece here and then play that long in behind for Pulisic, he says. As actually just goes straight to Pulisic's feet. That was annoying. Never mind. There's space to run into, so might as well run into it. Get that out to Willian. Through that gap to Tammy. Drop the shoulder on David Luiz and then look through there to Pulisic. Or it's Mason Mount, perhaps. Oh, their keeper makes similar save to Kepa. But we get a corner on this occasion. Can we score from it? We might. Oh, Leno's come. He's not got there. Reece James Not tall enough to beat Aubameyang to the header. We might have scored an open goal there. Keeper didn't glance to see whether he was back on his feet or not, or back in position at the very least or not. 15 minutes to go in the half. We've had chances apiece now, but so far the goalkeepers are coming out on top. So there's Jorginho. This is good football. Really good football. Make me run. Oh, he's made a run. Mason Mount scored a hat-trick in the last episode and leads the way again. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. Mason Mount is the man of the moment, not just today, but yesterday and, to be fair, for a few episodes in a row. He's come alive around this New Year period. On his right foot, tucks it home into the bottom corner. We are in front against the Arsenal. I know that, thank you. Cool. Expected it to be much stronger there. Mason Mount just nudged him off. Not sure whether Mason's strength has grown with all the training we've been doing. I think I did actually, well, I have actually got a training module in there for him to improve his strength. Willian played through here though. This should be 2 and is. Great finish. Willian picking up a position that we wouldn't really have seen from Callum Hudson-Odoi. He drifted centrally there. Callum has definitely always stayed on the left-hand side. Very rarely do we find him in a middle area like that, but he's right place, right time, loads of space, and, well, great finish. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 0. Maybe we'll reverse the scoreline. They beat us 3-0 at their place. We were already 2 up at ours. Oh, and they've given it straight to Tammy Abraham here as well. Best of skills, though, from Tammy Abraham. Maybe yet. Maybe yet. Back to Tammy. Looking to Willian. He hits it early. No, Leno with a save. Would have been quite the passage to play if we would have scored twice in a few minutes. Ozil on for them. Christensen's up. Aubameyang with a header away. He's put in a number of great defensive headers in this game. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We'll give that there to Mason Mount. Tammy's there. At your feet. Let the shot fly. Well, it's just hit Leno rather than him saving it, I think. Unfortunately, Arsenal will recover possession. I'll have that. Jorginho steps in nicely. Tammy, make me a decent run. Well, he's not made me a very good run, but he's in the box. Oh, and a deadly finish. We might just be replicating their scoreline at our own place. Chelsea 3, Arsenal 0. Let's go. Playing against 2 North London clubs again today. Last time we were on the receiving end of a pounding from Arsenal and lucky not to get pounded by Tottenham. Maybe we'll just be dishing out the physical abuse ourselves. 3-0 up here. Can we better their scoreline at the Emirates? Can we go one further and score a 4th? Can we do the impossible and keep a clean sheet? Pulisic, Reece James, there's Tammy. Oh, Mason Mount was on the move again. Tammy's asking for a foul, but whilst he's doing that, Arsenal on the counter-attack. Don't let me lose my clean sheet now. Yes, Tomori. Or is that going to be a throw or a corner, though? It's to be a throw, I think. Making some changes, it is. A throw right by the corner flag for Arsenal here. They're not going to get anything from the game, points-wise. And he's offside there as well. I can't quite believe it. We got a clean sheet against Bournemouth as well, actually, didn't we? In the Carabao Cup at the end of the last episode, too. Really are doing the impossible here. Back-to-back clean sheets. Things you never thought you'd see clicking on a Chesnoid Gaming career mode video. Arsenal 0, Chelsea 3, back-to-back clean sheets for us in played games. Let's take that into the FA Cup against Tottenham. Post-match interview though, before we head back to the Tottenham game. Pulisic is certainly continuing his hot run of form. Got to keep the momentum going. He got the goal against Bournemouth, but I'd like to see him bag more, to be fair. He dealt a strong blow to your rival. We didn't really prepare differently. I'll just say today was a good day. I mean, when you beat a rival by 3-0, it really is a good day, isn't it? And then you got your rematch against Arsenal. How did you prepare for this match? We were more determined. Yeah, definitely. I didn't want to lose the same way that we lost before. And the fact that we were able to dish out what they dished to us previously, I'm very, very happy indeed. Jorginho is pleased as well with the first team football. Be like, okay, I expect more from you as well. Keep it up. If he wants to play week in, week out and stay in that lineup ahead of N'Golo Kante, which is easier said than done, then he's going to have to keep that level of performance up. We've got Tottenham in the FA Cup next. Plenty of football, just what Tammy Abraham wants. Well, I'll tell you what, he's been scoring plenty of goals, which is just what I want as a manager. Show you his stats. Tammy Abraham with 20 goals so far this season. 14 in 22 in the Premier League. 3 in 5 Champions League games as well. Pulisic's got 11. Mason Mount's got 10. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's on 8. We are a really good attacking, free-flowing side that are playing some really nice football. With Tottenham away next. Now, I'm not sure what to do with the starting lineup here. I can't really start against Tottenham without N'Golo Kante in there. But let's replace Kovacic with N'Golo. And at the front, Willian deserves to start. He got a goal against Exeter in the last episode. He got a goal there against Arsenal. He has been on the score sheet, and he's definitely offering me more than Hudson-Odoi right now. So I'm going to give Willian the continued first-team football. And let's go and play Tottenham away from home in the FA Cup. This is a big tie. Press conference first, though. We'll see if we can't boost the confidence a little bit more. Pedro's in good form. We see more from him today. Rotation is key, I think. He's not playing. Team morale, do you think we'll beat Tottenham? It will be a difficult match. I can't deny that. We drew 3-3 last time, but had to come back from 3 goals down. You put the game beyond doubts last time. Congratulations. Do you reckon we put the game beyond doubts? Oh, maybe in the replay against Exeter, perhaps, rather than the last game against Tottenham for sure. Do you reckon that Tottenham Hotspur is concerned? Concentrate less on the opponent. We've got to get our performances right first. Let's see what we can do then here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Apparently I'm struggling to say the words Tottenham Hotspur today. Hugo Lloris in goal for Tottenham there, as strong as they possibly could be. Serge Aurier, Davinson Sanchez, Toby Alderweireld and Danny Rose, and Ndombele, Lo Celso, Moura, Eriksson, Son and Kane. Help me. On the line here to Lucas Moura. Nothing in the box to aim for at the minute, so just had to stand up a hopeful pass. Willian can't quite get to Aurier. Lucas has got more to aim at now as Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are in the box. And there's a good delivery, and it does find the header Kane, but he can't direct it, thankfully for me. Drops his shoulder nicely, finds Mason Mount. What's it to Jorginho, through the gap to Mason. He just got me beaten for pace and for pressure at the minute. I cannot find any spare space to get a shot away, he says, as Tammy fires just wide. Just did enough to work the space against Toby Alderweireld, but couldn't find the target. Said to Lo Celso. To Rose. Game of chess, this one. Both sides trying to suss each other out, how to best get in behind the other. Can you imagine if we played out a 3-3 draw in the last game, and this one ends up being a 0-0 stalemate? We've had a chance each so far. Kane's header that went over. Ooh, Kepa, get up! And then Tammy's shot that went wide. Lucas back into the middle again. They love that animation, keepers, this year. And so frustrating when they could catch it. Oh, Heung-min Son couldn't get away from him with Christian Pulisic. Pulisic was quick, but Son just as. Rose pressing a 1-0 up against Sunderland. We don't care about that right now. Oh, Lucas rises to the challenge. Out to Heung-min Son, into Harry Kane. And that's always ending up in the back of the net. There goes the 0-0 stalemate idea. Tottenham 1, Chelsea 0 in the 35th minute. Celso, big switch, but Lucas Moura is in a lot of space. Fires it to Ndombele, who finds Harry Kane. Christian Eriksen, sorry, it's Christian Eriksen finding Kane, and all well held. Putting that forward. Can Tammy get onto that? No. Mr. Sanchez does. Second best to pretty much everything in this game so far. Tottenham, arguably the most difficult side we've played against all season, outside of Exeter apparently. Here's Aurier. Oh, what a ball by Lucas. What a ball by Lucas. Son makes it 2. I can't cope with Tottenham. Still don't understand how I was able to come back from 3-0 down last time. And to be fair, we might end up 3-0 down this time as well. It's good football from Tottenham, but how he's able to get that cross in like that is unreal. Son with a first-time volley at the back post. It is something similar in real life. Not too long ago. Pulisic. Mason Mount's made a good run, so we'll look for him. We'll find him. Tammy's also made a good run. He's gone again there, Mason, but I'm not going to be able to find him. I've got Tottenham plays all over me here. You never get any time on the ball. Bit of space for Jorginho though, and he's turned well. Shot, decent, held well by Lloris though. Positive start to this second half. More of that, and we might get ourselves back in it again. James, forward there to Mason Mount. Back to N'Golo Kante. Willian is the option. Tammy's made a good run, but Toby Alderweireld just stands there, sticks out a leg and wins the ball back. Can't do anything against Spurs this time around. We were 3-0 down as we approached half-time, and then Tammy got one back, didn't he, just before the break. We did score 2 goals in the second half against Tottenham on that occasion. I really don't see it happening this time. I've barely gotten close in this second half. They brought on Victor Wanyama to try and solidify their midfield as well. They're going defensive here, Tottenham, to hold on to the lead. They know what we did to them last time, as we mentioned, but it's just not going to happen again this time. Harry Winks came on as well not too long ago. 2 changes in central midfield to add extra legs to the midfield engine. I might do the same for me, actually. Kante and Jorginho look okay. Mason Mount will take off for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And I don't think any other change would really make much difference, to be honest. We'll continue on. 20 minutes to go. Looking to try and get ourselves back level from 2-0 down. Lucas forward nicely to Serge Aurier. They're about to score the third for the second time. No, Reece James does well to get up to that. Will they take the corner? They're going to have to settle for it because it bounced over Harry Kane. Corner for Lucas Moura. Will they score that third? It's a decent delivery. Marcus Alonso's there to head it away though. Kante trying to get there. Lucas was happy to settle for the throw. Less than 15 minutes to go now. And we haven't even had a shot, I don't think, in this second half. Not one that I can recall anyway. Lucas into the middle. Nicely done by Tomori. He very rarely uses his head with crossing situations, Tomori. Almost every time I think a cross has come in like that, he's always gone with his legs. It's cost us goals on occasion. Hopefully it's something he grows out of. But we'll wait and see. Oh, jeez, running out of space here. Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Kante's there, but his touch was poor, but we've got it to him. Go Ruben again. All right, Tammy instead. Ride that challenge. He's done well. Tammy, poke that. He's poked it straight to Serge Aurier. We're going to lose against Tottenham. There's the final whistle. You probably could have seen that coming. But Tottenham 2, Chelsea 0. To be fair, after playing as well as we did against Arsenal, I kind of hoped that maybe we'd do better against Tottenham this time. Nope. 2 shots all game. None on target. That sums up my entire 90 minutes there. Arsenal have just drawn with Huddersfield, so maybe it wasn't the most amazing victory over them, although you can't guarantee what starting 11 they put out for that fixture. I'm too sure I'm looking forward to this conference, to be honest. Would give Pedro a chance. He could prove me wrong. Pedro wouldn't really have changed that game, to be completely honest. Your side was thrashed by Tottenham today. We were awful. I can't really deny that, can I? Chelsea did not manage to score and ended up losing the game. What went wrong? Everything. Everything went wrong.
No further questions.
I have to be honest. I have to be honest. Whether it affects team morale or not, that's the way that we saw the game. And that's the way that it panned out. Loan offer for Reece James. Good luck, Lazio. Another offer for Michael Hector. 3.9 million this time. Still ongoing with regards to transfer talks with Marseille and Gremio. So why not talk to a third club and maybe move to Freiburg instead? Right. Bournemouth away next. We're going to play with this team and hope that we can hold on to our 2-0 lead. Bournemouth's 11 is very similar to the one that they played before, only that Lars Stindl, a new signing, is in at centre forward ahead of Josh King. The only change to the side that lost 2-0 to us last time. I've made a number of changes, as you saw, so hopefully we can hold on. All we need to do is avoid losing by 3 goals, and we should be through to the Carabao Cup final. Win that header, please. Well up, Michael. Hector did well there. It might be his last appearance in a Chelsea shirt, this. Barkley into Mateo Kovacic, drives forward. I'll look for Pedro and hit that first time. Oh, so close. Michi with the follow-up. No, defender gets there first. What a hit from Pedro. Initially, I thought that was going well over as he comes down off the underside of the bar. Rudiger trying his hardest and doing very well to win that back. Putting the pressure on. If we can get a goal to go 3 in front, I'd say that's definitely us in the final. Whilst it remains just 2, there's always the possibility. Stindl over the top, looking for Brooks. Finds him well. Brooks into the middle. Oh, it finds the man. Stindl turns it home. What a finish. Lars Stindl, Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 0 after 15 minutes. That was a brilliant finish. The technique was absolutely superb there. He just drifts in on the edge of the box and he's just coming to him, backing away. That's a wonderful goal. That's superb. Bournemouth right back in it. Given away by Fraser, straight to Van Ginkel. Pops free. Barkley failed. Rise the challenge. Still coming forward. Here's Michi. Going to need to find a teammate or drive inside. There's Ross Barkley in a bit of space. Wrong foot the defender. Have the shot. No, everything but the shot. Took the touch and then press shoot. Unfortunately, Nathan Ake recovered really, really well. Dave's covering at centre-back whilst Hector's out wide now. Hector's just not quick enough to cope with Ryan Fraser, but to be fair, not many are. Oh, Kepper at the near post with a great save. Bournemouth are on top and dominating. We are treading very, very thin ice right now. Barkley, don't foul him, just get rid of it. Oh, good save again. I think it was Adam Smith, the wing-back, that had that effort there. I'm not sure. Brooks again with the delivery. Whips towards the penalty area and Cook rises well, but heads the ball wide. Win this header, please, Michi. Well up. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have played the ball forward to Michi Batshuayi, but Nathan Ake isn't the tallest of defenders. So you can loft it up to your striker as long as it's Nathan that's marking him, and he stands a good chance of winning the header, even if your striker isn't that tall. Barkley looking for Michi Batshuayi. Will drop the shoulder. Frustrating thing is that Nathan Ake is a really good defender, and we're struggling against him today. Cannot get through their backline. What a ball to Ryan Fraser, and you don't catch him when he's set away like that. Oh, cheeky little dinked ball in, but unfortunately for him, doesn't find its target. We're 1-0 down at half-time, but 2-1 up at half-time. Emerson, forward in there to Kovacic. Play that ball nicely to Pedro. He's going to have to cut back to find a teammate, and find a teammate he will. Ross Barkley brings that down. Lay it off. Marco Van Ginkel, shot blocked. Lay it off again. Kovacic. Ooh, I'm not sure how far wide that was. It looks as if he cut across it and it sliced quite nastily. We'll find out. Oh yeah, it did slice quite nastily indeed. Maybe I should have finessed that. First chance of the second half though, and hopefully that's something that continues to happen, because in the first half we just weren't creating enough. I mean, so much defending though, to be fair, that we didn't have the opportunity to create something. Always on the back foot. Nice out wide to Ryan Fraser there. I love that, thank you. As P says, very much. Right, Ross, make me a forward run. Come on, Pedro. Keep that run going, Pedders. Good lad. Will he get on the end of that? Yes, he's got the best of Jefferson Lerma. And he's standing inside the defender well. And he's still going, but the little Ronaldo shot didn't actually change the direction he was running in that much. Otherwise, he might well have found himself past the defender again. Barkley looks for Michi. Turns. Michi Batshuayi could go solo. Michi Batshuayi may well have just put us in the final of the Carabao Cup. Boo, 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 boo. Yes, Michi! It's exactly what we needed in this second half. Let's go! And Ginkel forward to Michi Batshuayi. Out wide to Emerson and down the line. Finds Pedro well. Coming forward, here's Kovacic. He may even turn this around to a positive result for us, rather than just a draw. We have dominated this second half. Van Ginkel, oh, tried to do too much. Tried to do too much. 20 minutes to go, and Bournemouth now find themselves still needing 2 goals. Lovely ball out wide though to Brooks. Brings that down well. And forward here to Callum Wilson. They tried to sweat me a lot in the first game, and it didn't work. And they might be regretting that now, because they are missing the goals that they perhaps should have scored in that first leg. 1 apiece here, 3-1 on aggregate, and we inch ever closer to our first cup final as manager of Chelsea. Smith forward there to Lerma. Emerson. King. Into Hinman. He's getting away. Rudiger, kick that, please. Anywhere will do for me right now defensively. Hinman, oh, he's giving it straight to Kovacic. They weren't really going to score 2 anyway, but giving the ball away in that scenario is criminal in the situation they find themselves in. He's just going to wind the clock down. I'll give it inside to Barkley there. Michi's just hanging back. Could we maybe settle it with a stunning third? Oh, Ross! Yes, we can! It's the second and or fourth. Pick the wrong number. Oh, love that! Ross Barkley, very, very pleased with that finish. Thank you very much. Technique on that is superb. Ross Barkley makes it 2-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate, and that's flying into the corner. Get involved. Final whistle. The defence stood firm when we were relying on them to keep Bournemouth out when they were putting all the pressure on in the first half. And Barkley's the man that gets us the goal to send us to Wembley. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Now then, time to end the transfer window and see what everyone else has been doing when we can't. Right, advancing through the final 2 days, and we're already at the final day now. Got 4 emails though. Let's have a quick look, see some of those. There's some transfer talks breaking down, but Hector has been sold to Marseille. They were the ones that were able to finally agree terms with him. So he's gone now. Now when is the final drawn? February is there. So 4 games next month. Leicester away, United, Tottenham at home in the league, and then Lokomotiv Moscow. Might be Leicester that we sim in that month. And then there's the game against Liverpool in the final of the Carabao Cup. Because it's at the very beginning of a month, and the very beginning of a busy month, I think what we'll do is we'll do that as a 1-game special where the suit will come out again because it's a cup final, and we can still work that with the rest of the month. Unfortunately now out of the FA Cup, of course, after losing to Tottenham earlier on in this episode, but now we can concentrate solely on the league and the Champions League. We are in 4th, and other teams have now played all of their games as well. It's very, very tight. 43, 42, 42, 41, 40. But we're there and thereabouts. And at this stage of the season, that's all you want. You just want to be there and thereabouts. Aston Villa and Manchester United still fighting out for the title, remarkably. Spurs in 7th. Manchester City now 11th. And Arsenal down in 13th. But could go back up to 10th if they win their game in hand, which looks like is against Crystal Palace. We'll wait and see. But for now, let's finish the transfer window, shall we? The biggest moves so far are Asensio to... transfer for Reece James. Asensio to Juventus, or Piemonte Calcio. Then there's also Allen to Bayern Munich and Angel Correa to Inter Milan. I'll give you a rundown of what all of the English clubs have done in the Premier League by the time the end of the window arrives. But Joshua Kimmich has a 1-year loan deal for Kennedy from Arsenal. I'd like Kennedy to go on loan, but to Arsenal, perhaps not so much. He's not of the quality that is really going to cause us problems, to be fair. So he can go to Arsenal, that's fine. We let Benayoun go to loan on Arsenal, didn't we, a few years ago? That may even been permanent, I can't quite remember. Joshua Kimmich has gone to Barcelona then, as now the biggest deal in the window. Seamus Coleman has gone to Crystal Palace, as you can see on the latest deals tab there. We'll scroll through all the Premier League sides once we get to the end of the window. But absolutely cracking finish from Ross Barkley to give us... Kennedy's gone. To give us the victory then. Loan off for Mason Mount from Lyon. Oh, mate. He's been phenomenal. Probably our most in-form player right now, Mason Mount. It's a superb season for him. After taking the criticism on the chin, he has bounced back tremendously well. See if anything else is going to happen in the final moments. It is not. So let's see what each team has done then. We'll go alphabetically. We'll start at AFC Bournemouth. Bournemouth normally, in previous FIFAs, have come after Arsenal. They've just gone for B, Bournemouth. But it's AFC Bournemouth. Stindl in, who scored against us, and Arboleda in. Ake out. And Jordan Ibe out as well. They've sold Nathan Ake. Sisto and Henderson in at Arsenal. Not sure if that's Pione Sisto or Jordan Henderson. We'll find out in... It might be Dean Henderson, even the goalkeeper. Nacho Monreal and Hector Bellerin out. Monreal shouldn't be there anyway. He should have gone on loan to Real Sociedad. Apazo and Duarte in at Villa. Brighton have signed 3 players on loan or pre-contract. Izquierdo and Bong going out. Burnley doing a lot of business, but not for much money. So they're not really spending or splashing the cash there, are they? We've obviously got no one in, but Baba and Hector have gone out. Zinchenko and Seamus Coleman in at Crystal Palace as they look to strengthen at wing-back. Everton have done a bit of business. Kimpembe, Perez and Guy Lavogi in there with Walcott, Holgate and Coleman going out. Kimpembe's a great signing for Everton. Surprised that PSG let him go. Albrighton and Slimani out at Leicester. Liverpool have signed Hector Bellerin from Arsenal. but sold Nathaniel Klein, James Miller, Jordan Henderson, yes, Ryan Kent, and Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's gone as well. So they've sold... Wow, where's Trent gone? Vertonghen and Halstenberg in at City as Jan Vertonghen moves to City for a minimal fee, you presume. Walker and Zinchenko leaving. There must be some pre-contracts in there somewhere, surely. Rodrigo de Paul in at Manchester United with Luke Shaw leaving. Newcastle signed 4 players. James Milner, they must be pre-contracts, surely. Jemison, Granero and Jesus in at Norwich. Not sure which Jesus that is. Murillo and Gonzalez Pires at Sheffield United. Southampton, Nahar and Gieselman. A lot of free business being done in this window. Vertonghen on a free. Must be pre-contract. Villalba, Savic and Visca in at Tottenham. Baba and Nubel in at Watford with Daryl Yanmat leaving on a free. Melendo in at West Ham with Hernandez and Lanzini all leaving on pre-contracts as well. Zaracho and Schwab in at Wolves. A lot of pre-contract signings. A lot of pre-contract signings in that window. We have a monthly scout report as well, which we can look at now. Transfer offer for Olivier Giroud. Open to selling him. We'll negotiate a little bit higher if I can. Real Madrid can certainly do one when it comes to potentially signing N'Golo Kante, that's for sure. But we shall see if we can get a deal done for Olivier Giroud to leave. Prepared for Giroud, an £11.5 million bid. Now, I know he's 33, but I'll try and maximise whatever I can get for him. This money will come in. They're going to pay it. This money will come in next season. So we can maximise the profit here now, because by then he'll have gone... He potentially may have dropped in rating, or at least will be a year older. And they've offered me 92.7 million from N'Golo Kante. I'm purely for the thumbnail going to go into this deal and see if I can get a screenshot of N'Golo Kante. Or no, it's Zinedine Zidane bidding for N'Golo Kante. Let's get a screenshot of that. There's your thumbnail. And of course, we're going to say absolutely no. So I'm going to ask for £392 million so they walk away. Goodbye, Real Madrid. You're not getting N'Golo Kante. Thank you very much. The boy stays. Transfer for Kante done. Transfer for Giroud done. Let's have a look at these monthly reports then. From England, Oscar Thomas. Maybe we'll give that one more month, actually. 75 to 94, but he's 17, so it's probably not going to progress too far. 73 to 94 at 15. We'll give him another month. Charles. It's me so used to saying Charles Leclerc watching Formula 1. Charles Philip. I can't believe I just did that. And then from Germany, we have Torben Hoffmann. 2 months on him now. Still unsure. Wait for a third. That's going to be a no. That's a probable no as well. Just because it says the 94 doesn't mean he's going to reach it. And that's a no as well. Okay, well, the youth is still looking okay. You'll have to let me know. Do I start to train these guys in my youth setup? Or shall I wait and see how they grow until the end of the season and maybe start training them once this season's over, once we've already done our concentrating on the youngsters? Maybe I should concentrate, as in that are already first team, I should concentrate on these guys for now. Mount, Abraham, Hudson-Odoi, Tomori. Concentrate on them now with the training so that next season the dynamic potential can take over and they'll increase their ratings that way when we can then train the youth academy players and then get them higher rated. Do let me know. But for now, we're quite happy with 4th place, I think, in the Premier League. And we're back to Champions League action in the next episode as well. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you next time.